Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Middle Ages of Ermor in the Ashen Empire in my War of the Gods playthrough. As was last time, I am D. Welcome to the game. Now, last time we had an interesting happening here, namely Sauluthi the Mound King. Let's just go ahead and look at this, because I don't even know where these things came from, and horrors don't randomly show up. I mean, I guess they might sometimes. I mean, they're horrors. Who knows what they do? Horrors are actually incredibly hard to fight. Sothmog and my god might be able to take them down, but your average Mound King is basically going to meet the same fate that that one just did. Okay, he should now be level... Wait, no. No, he's... Yeah, okay, yeah, he is now level 3. What we can now start doing, though, is casting the ritual spell. Where is it? That's not Akashic Record. It's Akashic Knowledge. There we go. What this does is... I'm going to go ahead and cast it on Old Forest. Now, if you remember in the last episode, we used Dark Knowledge, which shows right here that a level 9 Death Mage has searched for magic sites in this province. That is because we use Dark Knowledge. What Akashic Knowledge does is, it does this for all types of magic, even blood magic, if I remember correctly, at level 9. And level 9, the higher level a mage is, the higher likelihood they're going to find something. Ooh, we even got 3 new ones in the Old Forest. 9 air gems from the Mapido Cliffs and 9 water gems from Walnut Woods. Let's go to the province, though. Okay, what did we get? We got the Garden of Frozen Flowers, so that's another water gem. We had the Catacombs from Dark Knowledge already. Wildfire Glade, 1 more fire gem, and the Inverted Tower. Ooh, 4 air gems per turn, and allows us to recruit illusionists. Now, illusionists are actually an interesting troop, because they have the glamour ability, which makes them harder to hit, just because, I mean, they're constantly under their own power of an illusion. No, let's see, I forget. I think we're sending Sothmog. Yeah, we're going to send Sothmog over to Old Aaron so he can take it from the enemy. Okay, let's actually go ahead and have you build a temple. Let's actually go ahead and get a couple of temples here. Meanwhile, I'm just going to have my god start pumping out Akashic Knowledges all over the map. Because the more of these I cast, the more likely I'm going to find something that I really, really need. Luckily, this is actually where Ermor starts to shine once you get going, because Pangaea is going to have to send either a lot of small armies or one big, massive one to get anywhere near Ermor. And outside of the battle arena for the championships, which my god will have to compete in since he won, there's basically no chance my god's ever going to leave the throne. I mean, there's the whole TV trope of Orcus on his throne. That's what you should be doing if you're playing Ermor this way. Ooh. Lots of magic gems from there, and a couple more earth gems. Actually, let me check on what I said last time about the attacker always being on the left. Oh, no. Okay, then. I guess technically it's the invaders that are on the left. Or the one that comes... Or the one that's named first. Well, all the satyrs died. I hate how they say undefended. I mean, I guess because he was building something. Okay, actually, you know what? What is the... Mainly centaurs, about 20. Couple of ghouls for your army. Triarius, which of these are Fellites? Fellites are usually the larger of the two groups. Excuse me. Alright, we're gonna actually go ahead and have him break the siege. Mostly because this is a good chance to show you guys what siege battles look like in this game. There is actually a bit of a difference between siege battle and normal battles in this game. And we're also going to send Nightworm north from the Trackless Wood, so that he can help basically catch them between a couple of armies, and just kind of laugh as they try and run. The Dawn... Oh wait, I didn't actually check. Let's go to the province. Okay, Grove of Fertility, Earth Gem. Or Nature Gem, Earth Gem. And more Astral Gems. That's good, because now we're getting 3 of those per month. I know it says month, and it's actually kind of does break down into a 12-month calendar. Ooh, two new sites. The Painted Cave and the Pyramid of Life. which ironically gives death gems. Okay, we lost 38 out of 166 troops. They lost 24 out of 34, so I'd say we came out quite ahead in that battle. But here, let's show you what this is like. Like I said, this is... Actually, wait, no, this won't show you the siege battle because I broke the siege. But, still, you can watch Pangaea get its ass handed to it. And yes, there is a bit of nudity in this. It's not... I mean, it's pixelized 2D sprites, but... just thought I'd point that out, because it's kind of funny. Centaurs. Centaur warriors, even. But yeah, Pangaea's... I mentioned afflictions and the like in one of my earlier videos of this. Pangaea, in any age, really, is the only one that really has this recuperation. There's a couple... I think there's one other. I can't remember who it is offhand, though. I know Pangaea has it where their units can actually heal afflictions. That's one of the only reliable ways to do... one of the only easy ways to do it. This guy is not... Wow, a Minotaur that's actually scared of fighting. That's kind of funny. These guys are actually incredibly tough. Like, there are sacred Minotaurs. Those guys are nuts. If you get a... Like, in one of the playthroughs I did of Pangaea, this was before I started this series, I actually built an army where my prophet was a special sacred white Minotaur that was backstory stuff from the backstory, kind of like with what we have with Putrescitor here in Ermor. I made him my prophet and gave him an army of, because these are just regular Minotaurs. You can also get Minotaur warriors, which are those guys with more armor and more battle skill. So I had an entire army of those guys led by by my prophet, who was a sacred white Minotaur. And I think over the course of about 20 battles, he lost maybe 3 troops that I had to replace, while also gaining a lot of experience, which means I kept calling him back to Pangaea to rebuild his army with more and more troops. Eventually, I think he was leading like 100 Minotaur warriors. Massively expensive to maintain and harder than hell to feed, but they did their job, right? Is that actually a wolf? Huh. Crippled. Poor thing. I actually do like wolves. I like most animals, actually. Of course, when I'm playing a death god, there's the gloves kind of come off on that one, folks. What are you? Actually, I forget what you have. Iron Will. He's my magic resistant one. This battle is basically already over. We already know who wins anyway. If you guys want me to continue watching the battles, please let me know in the comments. It's just, like I said, I'm trying to do 25-minute videos for this series, just to keep them nice and relatively short. But at the same time, if you guys want to watch the battle, let me know. I mean, the battles are not super exciting. I'm not actually commanding any troops at the moment, technically. Which actually, like I said in the very beginning of this series, it's something I kind of like about this, because I mean, I've played StarCraft 2, I've played a lot of real-time, I played quite a few real-time strategies, and the micromanaging aspect can be fun, but at the same time, it can also be a massive, massive source of stress. Because it's like, am I doing the right thing at any given time? Is there something I could be doing better? You just start second-guessing yourself and going nuts. Okay, get back to patrolling. Like I said, though, unrest doesn't actually bother me all that much. But this stuff you'll notice we didn't actually have before. What these are is just extra stuff you can build once you have a fortress or a castle. So I'm going to start building defenses. I'm not, like, some of the stuff, I'll show you. Underground storage and roads and supply storage. This is how long you can, these affect how long you can hold out in a siege. This just makes defenses higher and adds towers, so if your enemy decides to try and break through during a siege, or if they manage to break down the gate, which does happen eventually, unless they can't hurt it, which means their army is just way too weak to actually be sieging anything, then what can happen is the tower, the gatehouse, if you have that up, it strengthens your gate and also adds arrow firing towers to your defenses. Alright, Angmar. You finally have a full army? Just go kill 4 satyrs. I'm not even sure why I'm bothering with that. more Akashic knowledge. I did check, didn't I? Yeah, okay, I got the more astral gems. Or pearls. I always end up calling them gems, because everything else is a gem, with the exception of blood magic, which is just blood slaves. Ooh, 2 more in Henwood. They lost that army. They lost that one. And the Vine Ogres did not manage to take the Dawnlands back from me. Oh, right, I actually need to go to this province. Farm 50 supply points, not useful. 50 more supply points, also not useful. But the nature gem will be. Akashic knowledge. There is actually a way to make this faster by having him do the same thing over and over again, but I really just feel like I kind of prefer giving the order myself. Ooh. More water. 3 more death gems per turn. More dire wolves. There's a Wolven Winter going on around here, which is actually a real spell. What it does is summons winter wolves. Each of the 4 seasons has their own special spirit animal, and wolves are for winter. I think summer is lions. I think it's eagles for spring, lions for summer, bears for autumn, and wolves for winter. I could actually check on that real quick. I'm just setting up for more. I will watch some of the battles with Sathmog just because he's going to start. My basic idea for him is he's just going to take his troops and just start basically massacring his way up Pangaea until he finds them and kills everything that he can. And actually, there is an item I need to forge. I need my god to forge it, because he's the only one strong enough to do it. I'm only doing this because this will actually take it out of play for the enemy. It's this one, the Ankh. Basically what this does is it allows you to stop somebody from dying. It doesn't affect undead, but the reason I want it is because that way Pangaea can't have it. And if Pangaea can't have it, their troops can die. This is just going to be a slaughter. I mean, it's 3 Satyr Hoplites versus Sathmog and his entire legion. Although, to be fair, 255 is not a legion. It's actually just over 2.5 centuries. That doesn't sound... I know that sounds stupid, but that is actually... That would actually be the proper term. Because if I remember right, a legion is 1,000 soldiers, whereas a century is just 100. That's actually I think that's actually where we get the term century for being 100 years. The Romans had a lot of influence on most of the world. Ooh, 3 new sites. The Copper Idol, the Tar Pits, and the Iron Cliff. Good, that's all gems. The reason I keep checking those is because sometimes you get ones that give you money, but more often you get, I say hopefully more often you get the ones that just give you straight gems. Actually lost 2 legionnaires in that fight. Probably to friendly fire again. Ugh. I get it. The forest is angry with me. But there's over 700 there were over 700 soldiers in Redbud Grove. Let's watch the battle for Sathmog. So you can actually see what it looks like when tactics are used. Karkator casts Frighten. Sathmog casts Unholy Blessing. I'm not even sure what Leeching Darkness does, but yeah, Karkator is especially useful if you can put him on a commander that's going into the arena, because one of his favorite tactics is to raise the dead. I'm just gonna have him start reanimating Soulless. Not for him to use, mind you. I'm just doing that because it means that he's got more troops, or there's going to be something standing here. Oh, good. He's even more resistant. He's up to 20 magic resistance. That's insane. Also, one of the good things about having a prophet is he, just like with your god, he spreads your dominion as he goes. So basically, what Sothmog is currently doing for me is he's not just conquering lands, he is also making them join me, religiously speaking. Do I have any other global spells I could cast? I kind of want to do that, but it's too short of a range. I don't have enough. Okay, let's look at the highest level of thaumaturgy. That's just Undead Mastery and a couple of astral spells. Stygian Pass is... There's transport spells in this game, and Stygian Pass is the death version. Not very fun to walk through sticks. The sticks. But yeah, I'm gonna leave Sothmog there for another turn to continue reanimating Soulless in the province, just so he's got... Just like I said, it's more that there's going to be extra troops there. I kind of want to watch this one just because, I mean, they have a priest commander, several minotaurs. Minotaurs actually have an advantage over my troops because my troops are human size. Minotaurs are large, which means they can trample over things. Which basically means that there's actually a way for them to just kill something by basically stepping on it. There's Tianqi, one of the other nations, which is based on imperial... old imperial China, like the celestial bureaucracy and that kind of stuff. They act, if I remember right, I think it's Tianqi has war elephants. There's another nation, Machaka, which is kind of they're a lot like what you'd think what you'd find if you talked about the Zulu tribe, but their big trick is their sacred units are... They have two major sacred units. And the major difference is one of them is being ridden, the other one isn't. But both of them are literally giant spiders. Which frankly would just scare the living hell out of me. I'm not an arachnophobe by any means, but spiders are just not right. Oh wow, he actually gained the ability to command more undead. But yeah, the invulnerable thing. But yeah, so if anything, any normal thing hits him, he takes 25 less damage. But because of this, he's actually very hard to hit with non-magical stuff. So it's got to go through a lot. What is... Oh, he's in... Oh, okay. Huh. I was not expecting that. You're gonna go join those guys. You're going up here. Because I want these guys to actually be able to do something. Oh wait, I forgot. Soulless are all undisciplined. I hate that. Decided to make it more of a flanking style attack. That's enough Soulless. He can just march onwards, as can Dead Flesh. Like I said, Ermor, or like I said very early on, Ermor is great at really fast expansions. And since you don't really have to worry about supply lines or recruitment, the back area of your world is actually, or of your empire is actually pretty well defended. That isn't good. Took that from Pangaea, took that from the Independents, and took that from Pangaea rather easily. I mean, they only had 3 troops there. He didn't even lose a single soldier. Well done, Sathmog. Four turns. You know what? Actually, we're not gonna finish that just yet. Is it alteration? There's another global spell. I think it is alteration, and it's a global spell there. Utter Dark. Basically, your god or whoever you have cast Utter Dark uses magic to blot out the sun. Permanently. And there's only actually one global enchantment in play right now, which is Well of Misery. But the reason I want to do that is because undead don't have to worry about being able to see. Yeah, balls. In Bright Woods. Okay, Sathmog, just get out of there. Oh, you can actually see some trolls this time. But as you can tell, my god has to go into the death match because, well, he's the current standing champion. I wonder how it's gonna go. I wonder what he's actually gonna fight. If he dies, he actually can come back. I can actually bring him back. You can bring your god back to a degree. There are ways around it and ways to stop it, but for the most part, they sent a Centaur Hierophant. The champion's Quirus. Okay, let's actually watch the arena battle real quick just to see how badly screwed he was. Let's see. Okay, no, he's just a oh wow, he's actually got some powerful stuff. Frostbrand, the Hunter's Knife, the Horned Helmet, and all this stuff is actually pretty. Knights, Amulet of Giants, and an Endless Bag of Wine. Actually, never mind, that's not all that strong. Whereas my god is just, well, frankly, at this point, well, for one thing, he is a god. Oh, wow, he actually did have the magic to hurt me. And then my god breaks free of your pathetic magics and is like, you know what, I'm just gonna own your ass. Drain life. And he ran from a single drain life. Ooh. Actually, you know, let's watch the troll battle against the trolls in Black Peaks real quick. I didn't know trolls could be spellcasters. Troll King. Okay, that's why. Yes, trolls. They do have the regeneration. Well, Karkator made him. I think he made himself invulnerable. There's the little guy. Yeah, he's a level 5 death mage. Oh, that is brilliant. They're actually going to turn in. It's just going to be a massive surround on these troll warriors. Actually, not even warriors. They're just trolls. I thought I didn't lose any troops. I must have read that wrong. Let's see. We already know how this ends because I mean we saw the battle report. Actually, you know what? Go ahead and get out of that. Okay, no, I did lose troops, but they lost everything. So. There it is, the champion's Quirus. So, all +1, regeneration, 5% luck, quickness, and cursed. Again, the curses on the champion items just mean that he cannot take them off. There's actually and awe basically means there's a chance that anybody attacking him is just going to be like, no. You know what, just for fun. Should be a good item to... That could work. Actually, yeah, let's do that. What we're gonna do is I'm gonna give him an artifact weapon, a one-hander. The Scepter of Dark Regency. Oop, that's the time for that episode, folks. I'll just go ahead and give him the item so you guys can... I mean, it's not gonna really do much just yet, but... How long until... Okay, a couple more levels. Alright, let's just go ahead and give my god his new weapon, his new toy. So he's now got the Scepter of Dark Regency. He's basically going to be unstoppable. He's already level 5. Or he's gained 4 levels, so I don't know. Anyway, folks, that is this episode done. If you enjoy it, again, please feel free to like and favorite the video or leave a comment. And as always, I ask that if you have an idea for what age and nation combination you'd like me to play, let it roll in the comments. If you guys see an age and combination you like, an age and nation combination you like, please vote it up. I will play the most popular one you guys find. As for that, or actually before I sign off, and again, if you enjoy the video and you really want to help me out, please do feel free to click the subscribe button or the link at the end of the video. As for that, folks, I have been D. Good night, and good gaming.